Good morning all. We are back with our classes on electricity. Today we studied that electricity basically is a form of energy. We said electricity is a form of energy. It involves the flow of charges, which is electric current. So we said electricity is a form of energy. Electricity involves the study of electric current. Electric current involves the flow of charges. There are two kinds of charges, static charges and dynamic charges. Static charges means they are the charges at rest, and dynamic charges means charges which move. Static charges are studied under a separate branch of physics called electrostatics, and moving charges are studied under a separate branch of physics which is called as current electricity. We also studied how to develop a charge. We studied how to develop a charge. We said when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, it gets a positive charge, and when an ebonite rod is rubbed with wool, it gets what charge? Negative charge. So we are developing charges by rubbing. Then we studied Coulomb's law of charges. According to Coulomb's law of charges, if there are two charges, Q1 and Q2, separated by a small distance d from each other, then the force acting between them is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of charge and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So, you write F is proportional to Q1 Q2 by d square. Removing the proportionality sign and you multiply it with a constant, you get F is equal to K Q1 Q2 by d square, and you write if K is equal to 1, F is equal to what? Q1 Q2 by d square. Okay, this is the force between what charges? Static charges, not between moving charges. It is only a part of what statics? Electrostatics. Okay, so F is equal to what? Q1 Q2 by d square. If I have to increase the force, I have to increase Q1 Q2, and if I have to increase the force, I have to decrease d square because it is inversely proportional. So if d square decreases or if d decreases, F increases. Clear till here? This is all about Coulomb's law. Now we will start with current electricity. And now we will start with the study of moving charges, or we will start about current electricity. That was a small information regarding static charges. Now we will talk about current electricity. What is current electricity or electric current? It involves the study of moving charges. It involves the study of moving charges. Okay. Now, when you talk about charge, we need to measure the charge, isn't it? So we need to know what is the SI unit of charge. How is charge measured? SI unit of charge is coulombs, and how it is denoted as C. So now, what is the spelling of coulomb? So you write coulomb as Coulomb. This is how coulombs is written. Okay. So the SI unit of charge is coulomb and it is denoted as C. So we studied, if you are studying charges at rest, it is called electrostatic, and the charge which does not move is called as static charges. Now, when we are studying current electricity basically involves the study of what charges? Moving charges. And the SI unit of charge is coulomb. Coulomb is generally denoted as C. Now, properties of electric charges. properties of electric charges. All of you know that like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. If there are two positive charges kept closer to each other or two negative charges kept closer to each other, they repel each other. But if there is a positive charge or a negative charge kept closer to each other, they will attract each other. So our first point is what? Like charges repel, whereas unlike charges attract each other. So the first point I make is clear. Like charges always repel and unlike charges always attract. Okay, next, electric charges are conserved. Whenever we write electric charges are conserved or the word conserve comes, conservation of momentum, what does it mean? What does conservation mean? They can neither be created nor be destroyed. So what do you mean by electric charges are conserved? Charges can neither be created nor they can be destroyed. Next, charges are additive. What do you mean by charges are additive? If there are additive or subtractive, you can write both. That is, you can understand that if there are two charges or if there are two bodies whose charge is 6 coulombs and 8 coulombs, then the total charge of the system becomes what? 6 plus 8 coulombs. So you can add charges and you can subtract charges. So we write charges are additive and subtractive. Okay, then charges are quantized. What do you mean by charges are quantized? Quantized means one charge does not require the help of another charge to exist. That means charges are capable of independent existence. Charges are capable of independent existence. So these are the properties of charges, which basically comes from how many marks? 2 marks in your board. Okay. So what is basically current electricity? Current electricity involves the flow of charges or involves the study of moving charges. What is the SI unit of charge? The SI unit of charge is coulombs. What are the different properties of charges? We know the first one very well. We say like charges repel and unlike charges attract. Electric charges are conserved. That means they can neither be created nor destroyed. Charges can be added or subtracted, and charges are quantized. That means they are capable of what existence? Independent existence. Once again, like charges repel, unlike charges attract. Charges can be added and subtracted. Charges are conserved and charges are quantized. Quantized means they are capable of what existence? Independent existence. So these are the properties of charges. The SI unit of charge is coulombs. Okay. Now we will talk about how to calculate a charge in any body. How to calculate charge on any body. Okay, the simplest way, there are many ways of calculating charge, but as you are studying electricity for the first time, the simplest way is Q is equal to Ne. Please mark it. Very, very important. Q is equal to Ne. Where what is Q? Please write. Where Q is charge of a body. Where Q is charge of a body that contains n number of electrons. Okay, and last year studied what is the charge of an electron?
Neutral.
Electrons are negatively charged. What is the charge on an electron? The charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Okay, so what is Q? Charge of a body. What is N? Number of electrons. And what is E? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So this is how we calculate the charge on any body. Q is equal to Ne. Suppose I say what is the charge on sodium atom? So sodium atom loses one electron. So you will calculate with the n number of electrons present. We will, as we do problems, we will teach you how to use the formula Q is equal to Ne. So what is Q? It is the charge of a body containing n number of electrons. N is the number of electrons and E is charge on a single electron, which is always equal to how much? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Now we will study electric current. I will repeat till here because these are all general things. We said current electricity is the study of moving charges. The charge SI unit is coulombs, denoted as C. The properties of charges include that like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. We also studied that charges are additive or subtractive, charges are conserved, charges are quantized, that is capable of independent existence. We studied to calculate the charge on a particular body, we use the formula Q is equal to Ne, where Q is the charge on the body, N is the number of electron and E is the charge on electron, which is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Now to talk about electric current. Now to talk about electric current. Electric current definition, because this is how we start our chapter now. So electric current basically is said to be the flow of electrons per unit time. A flow of charges per unit time. Constitutes electric current. Okay, so what is electric current? Electric current is basically flow of charges per unit time. Per unit time ಅಂದ್ರೆ divided by time. The moment you say per unit time, you can also say as rate of flow of charges. So the rate of flow of charges constitute what? Electric current. Now, how is electric current denoted? Electric current is always denoted as I. In physics, current is denoted as I. What is I equals to? Charge. Charge is denoted as Q per unit time. So by T. So what is the in what? Coulombs. Time is measured in second. So, current is measured in ampere. The SI unit of current is ampere, which is coulombs per second. So, how we write? A is equal to C by S. Fine. What is 1 ampere of current? When 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of a conductor. Cross section of a conductor, the one small part of conductor which is under observation. So, we say what is 1 ampere of current? 1 ampere of current means when 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. Electric current means it is the flow of charges per unit time. Yavagu per unit time it will become what? Rate. Because you remember what is velocity? Displacement per unit time. So how do we say what is velocity? The rate of change of displacement is called as velocity. So per unit time it becomes rate. So you can also define current as the rate of flow of charges constitutes current or flow of charges per unit time. So how is current represented? As capital I. I is equal to Q by T. Here I can also substitute Q as NE by T. So I is equal to Q by T. So ampere, this I is measured in ampere. So the SI unit of current is ampere, denoted as capital A, is equal to coulombs per second. So 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb by 1 second. So how do I define 1 ampere? It is when 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of a conductor in 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. Definition pakka idre all 1 ampere, 1 volt ella artha agutte. Definition gottilla andre idella answer mado kashta. So for that reason you should know 1 ampere means 1 coulomb by 1 second. That means when a charge of 1 coulomb flows through a cross section of a conductor in 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. Okay? So let us write one by one. Right till here, flow of charges per unit time is electric current, or the rate of flow of charges constitutes electric current. After that, right, I am rubbing this part. You have to write mathematically it is represented as I is equal to Q by T, where I is current in ampere, Q is charge in coulombs, and T is time in seconds. Okay, so what is our formula for current? I is equal to Q by T. So where I is current in ampere, so in ampere A, charge in coulomb C, time in seconds. You can write S, you can also write SEC. Fine. So now, what can be my derived formulas? If I is equal to Q by T, what is my derived formula from it? Q is equal to what? I into T, cross multiply. Q is equal to what? IT. I can also write what is T equals to?
Q by T.
Q by I. T is equal to what? Q by I. So all three formulas clear. From this only I is equal to Q Q by T, Q is equal to IT, T is equal to Q by I. I can also write this as I is equal to NE by T because Q is equal to what? NE. Yes or no? So these are all the formulas with which we will calculate charge, time and current. Okay? So from this formula I get I is equal to Q by T, where I is current in ampere, Q is charge in coulombs, T is time in second. So if I is equal to Q by T, Q is equal to what? IT. T is equal to what? Q by I. What is Q equals to? NE in the first equation wherever we studied. So I is equal to NE by T. Please write. After this, we will start with the physical quantity which is represented as coulombs per second. Name a physical quantity which is represented as coulombs per second. Name a physical quantity represented as coulomb per second. Okay, so we have to know which quantity is represented as coulomb per second. What is coulomb per second? Coulomb andre charge, second andre time. Which quantity is represented as Q by T? I. So you write electric current. Your answer, electric current is the physical quantity which is represented as coulombs per second, as I is equal to Q by T. Electric current or ampere. ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. It is AMP only. It is not AMPH. Electric current or ampere is the physical quantity which is represented as coulombs per second, because which is equal to coulombs per second, which is equal to coulombs per second. Okay, so we know that electric current is measured as ampere, and ampere is defined, or ampere is denoted as coulombs per second. Now, what is the SI unit of current? What is the SI unit of electric current? What is the SI unit of electric current? The SI unit of electric current is amperes, and it is denoted as A, or write ampere. SI unit of electric current is ampere, and this ampere comes to honor a physicist, Henri Marie Ampere. Okay, from where does this actually feeling of naming current as ampere comes? To name ampere, the SI unit of electric current, it is to honor a physicist whose name is Henri Marie Ampere. So we honor Henri Marie Ampere by keeping ampere as the SI unit of electric current. Now write, define 1 ampere. Define 1 ampere. Okay, see, whenever such a question comes, we should first write the formula. What is ampere? 1 ampere is 1 coulomb by 1 second. Correct? So when I have to define ampere, I know ampere is the SI unit of current. So what is I? I is equal to Q by T. Fine? So I is equal to Q by T. I is measured in ampere. Q is measured in coulombs. Time is measured in second. So 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb by 1 second. Now, how to put it in words? When a charge of 1 coulomb flows for 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. So, this is slightly modified by again by 3. When a charge of 1 coulomb, flows through a cross section of a conductor, in 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. It constitutes a current of 1 ampere. So, first always understand, whenever they ask you define 1 ampere, write what is ampere. Ampere is current. So, I is equal to Q by T. So, I is measured in ampere, Q is measured in coulombs, time is measured in second. So, 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb by 1 second. What exactly it means? That when a charge of 1 coulomb flows through a cross section of a conductor in 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. Okay. After this, we will talk about smaller and larger units of current. So we already know that current is rate of flow of charge. I is equal to Q by T. The charge is measured in coulombs, time is measured in second, current is measured in ampere. But we do not require a very large current. We require what? Smaller currents when you do experiments in lab. So how do we write or how do we measure current? So first thing, smaller units of current. This is 1 milliampere. Okay, 1 milliampere. Milliampere will be always lesser than ampere. So 1 milliampere is 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. 1 milliampere is 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. And 1, look here, this is 1 microampere. This means what? Micro. So 1 microampere is equal to 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. Conversion table, because we need to convert all the milli and micro into amperes while solving problems. So 1 milliampere is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 amperes and 1 microampere is equal to 10 to the power of minus 6 ampere. Now for larger units of current. Okay, so it is 1 kiloampere is 10 to the power of 3 amperes and 1 megaampere is equal to 10 to the power of 6 amperes. I have taught only 2, I have not gone to giga and all. I have just taught you simple units. 1 milliampere is 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. 1 microampere is 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. These are all smaller unit than ampere. Larger units of current, 1 kiloampere, you know kilo is 10 to the power of 3 and 1 megaampere, capital M is mega, small m is milli. So megaampere is 10 to the power of 6 amperes. Okay. Now, how do we measure current in a circuit? Please write, how is current measured in a circuit? by an instrument called ammeter. It is called what? Ammeter. There are a lot of students who write it as ammeter. Okay, please don't put an A in between or don't spoil the spelling. It is called what? Ammeter. A-M-M, then the meter pot. Okay, so how is current measured, or what is the device used to measure current? The device used to measure current is called as what? Ammeter. Now, how is ammeter connected in a circuit? How is ammeter connected in a circuit? Okay, so we should know the connections in a circuit. So before we start with our circuit, I will tell you a few things which you should know. See, the circuit in any electrical circuits can be of two types. One which is series circuit and one which is parallel circuit. Okay, series circuit have same current flowing through everywhere, and in parallel circuit it is the same potential difference. I know you will not understand head or tail of what I am writing, but still, if a single wire goes through all devices, it is what circuit? Series circuit. ಒಂದೇ ವೈರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು 10 ಫ್ಯಾನ್ 8 ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್? ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ wires and I have different instrument, it becomes what circuit? Parallel circuit. ಈಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ there has to be a source. What is our source of electric current? Cell or a battery. Okay, so first we will take a cell. Cell ali, this is what? This is the positive terminal of the cell and this is the negative terminal of the cell. Correct? Now this, from here we use a wire. This wire goes across a resistance. This is a resistance. What is a resistance? We will study later. And then resistance admele, it goes through. This is ammeter. The positive of the cell connected to the positive of the ammeter. Correct? There has to be a plug or a switch. This is my switch which is closed here. If I don't put this dot, it becomes what switch? Open switch. In open switch, the current does not flow. In a closed switch, the current flows. And then I add this. So negative of the thing connected to the negative of the ammeter, positive of the switch connected to the positive of the ammeter. Correct? So this is called as what? Circuit in which ammeter is connected. Is there are many wires? There is only one wire. One single wire. So ammeter is always connected in series because it has only one wire. One single wire. And why it is connected in series? Because it is a device of low resistance. Low resistance, more current. What is resistance? I'll tell you by a very stupid way, which I should not explain, but no physics related here, but a simple logic. You are staying 24/7 at home. Yes or no? You are always having argument or fight with your mother most of the time. So, your smooth way of life is getting resisted by the comments of your mother. More stay, more resistance. Less stay in the house when you go to school, when you go to your friend's house, play and then stay sometime. Less resistance. And this year it is more because they will keep on telling, none of us have seen this time. I don't know how your exams will happen. Whatever time you have got, you are supposed to read. And you feel nobody's mother is telling to read. Only my mother is behind me to read. So there is always what? Opposition to your views. So opposition to the flow of current is called resistance. More the resistance, less the current. More the scolding, less you read, isn't it? So more the resistance, less the current. But I am here to measure what? Current only. So the resistance should be less or more? It should be less. So ammeter is always connected in series because it is a device of low resistance. Ammeter is always connected in series because it is a device of low resistance. When you connect this device in parallel, the readings will not be correct, or the readings of the ammeter will not be correct. Clear till here? You have to draw this. Okay, I will send the notes today. So always understand whatever we have studied till now in electricity. We said electricity is a form of energy. Electricity basically involves the flow of charges. Charges are of two types: static charges and dynamic charges. Static charges are studied under a separate branch of physics which are called electrostatics, and it involves the study of charges at rest. Dynamic charges or moving charges are studied under a separate branch of physics called current electricity. We studied the two ways to produce charges are that when you rub a glass rod with silk, the glass acquires a positive charge, and when eberite rod is rubbed with wool, it acquires a negative charge. We studied Coulomb's law of charges, which states that when there are two charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a small distance d from each other, then the force acting between those two charges is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of charge and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. We also studied current electricity. We said a current electricity involves the study of moving charges. The moving charges are basically, or charges are measured as SI unit as coulombs. We studied the properties of charges. We said charges are additive or subtracted. Charges are conserved. Charges are quantized, that is, they are capable of independent existence. And like charges repel, and unlike charges attract each other. We also studied definition of electric current. We said electric current is flow of charges per unit time, or the rate of flow of charges, that is I. Electric current is denoted as I is equal to Q by T. We also studied that Q is charge in coulombs and T is time in second. The SI unit of current is ampere. 1 ampere is defined as 1 coulomb by 1 second. That is, when a charge of 1 coulomb flows through a cross section of a conductor in 1 second, it constitutes a current of 1 ampere. The SI unit of current is ampere. The device to measure current is ammeter. Ammeter is always connected in series. Series and one single wire will go through it. So ammeter is always connected in series because it is a device of low resistance. Tomorrow we will do problems based on electric current. Thank you.